Hey Kevin, first thing I want to say is your push-up mechanics look already way better, so great job on that. I'm going to keep bothering you about the hinge pattern, specifically for the exercise of that barbell Romanian deadlift, and it's just going to take time for it to get dialed in, as well as doing some corrective exercises to help with the upper posture. So my theory is that you simply have what I call a bias for a little bit more of a rounded upper back. And so that's why it's going to be challenging for you to be like, hey, I'm doing what he's telling me, but I still see that my upper back is sort of rounded when I do my deadlifts. So one of the things that I want you to do, if you have the time, is to work on something called the banded no money drill. It's called no money because you're kind of starting in a position with your hands out, and then you're saying, I don't have any money. But anyway, what you're gonna do is you could grab a band if you have one. You can even do this without a band, that's perfectly fine. Elbows to the sides, and you're thinking just keep really good posture while you're squeezing shoulder blades together and what we call externally rotating at the shoulder. So to show you without the band, I'm rotating. We call it external rotation because you're rotating away or externally from your body. And if this helps at all, I'll show you just from the back angle, squeezing shoulder blades, but I'm not moving through the shoulder necessarily. I'm really trying to think about shoulder blades, okay? How is this relevant to the deadlift? Well, when we can create an upper back that is flatter, and that is done through this exercise, then you're gonna have a better time trying to access that mobility when you're actually doing it. So with the band, again, you don't need too much tension, but think rotate and squeeze the shoulders. Rotate, squeeze the shoulders. And that's really it right now. The ultimate thing we're looking for is what we call thoracic mobility. This upper part of your spine here below the neck is called thoracic spine, your thoracic spine. So with that said, I'm gonna continue to challenge you a little bit more on the movement pattern itself, because what I see you doing there is a little bit of a squat deadlift combo. So watch my knees, because this is what you were doing a little bit. You're trying to get your hips back, which is great, but then I'm seeing still a little too much down and up. Too much down and up, which makes it more like a squat. Watch my hips. Imagine a line, going this way, and my hips are gonna go backwards and forward on that line. So keep that imaginary line engaged. Watch my hips. Oh, I guess I could just do it for you. So my hips go back and they go forward. Back and forward, as opposed to more down and up. Okay, so now with the bar, I keep the bar attached to my thighs, back and forward. Hips back, hips go forward. Which I realize it's difficult to get the bar past the knees, but that's why we allow them to bend slightly, so that you're not stuck in this position. So hips back, slight bend of the knees. You can bend your knees as long as they stay vertical relative to the ground, because if your knees are out in front, it's too much. So I know this is a lot that I'm throwing at you, but basically just remember, hips go back, let the knees bend so you can get a little bit lower. Hips go forward. Back, forward. Back, forward. All right. Again, I'm going to keep harping on this stuff just because that's how you're going to get better. All right, man. Talk to you soon.